Houston.com right now.
Dig into the developing story of hundreds of low-income Houston housing units being built too close to heavily polluted properties. Fox 26's political reporter has been down at City Hall seeking and actually getting some answers. Greg, what'd you find out?
Caroline and Rashi, there is lots of available property in the city of Houston, and we're trying to figure out why millions of your dollars were spent to buy residential land in an area with a long history of contamination. As a low-income 400-unit Eastside housing project continues to rise on property quite nearly surrounded by contaminated land, environmental watchdogs and elected leaders have discharged warnings.
Why would we put affordable housing, low-income housing, right here in this contaminated soil?
It's going to be on our radar as the next cancer cluster.
The Houston Housing Authority approved the $100 million 800 Middle Street project on property literally feet away from a state Superfund site and the city's long-abandoned Velasco trash incinerator plant. Also bordering the project are multiple landfills filled with literally decades worth of garbage ash. Seeking an explanation, we asked District H Council member Carla Cisneros why she didn't intervene.
Would you want your kids to live next to that Superfund site?
Everyone's looking, making sure that it's a safe place for people to live.
There are levels of lead and other cancer-causing agents there. You're not worried about putting low-income families there? You're not worried about it? Fox 26 also spoke with Council member Tiffany Thomas, who chairs the city's housing committee. Would you be comfortable having your family live in that area in that project?
No, I wouldn't. But
that said, Thomas contends she and others on council have been assured by both the Housing Authority and the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality that the actual project site poses no safety risk to residents. However, Thomas fully concedes the growing evidence of toxic contamination in 5th Ward warrants additional oversight and review of the yet-to-be-inhabited 800 Middle Street project in 2nd Ward.
based on conversations we just had in the chambers about Kashmir Gardens, that cancer cluster, and just the heightened sensitivity of what's been happening in the city, there's valid cause for concern.
What some find particularly disturbing is that low-income residents fleeing Union Pacific contamination in 5th Ward could potentially land in the hundreds of affordable units still going up at 800 Middle Street, essentially trading one toxic neighborhood for another. In the newsroom, Greg Krugen, Fox 26 News.